When you love your job and it becomes a career, it becomes part of your identity. In addition to providing a paycheck, it forms your day-to-day routines, gives you a sense of purpose. On Long Haul's King of the Road, powered by Peterbilt, we've talked about the passion that drives the men and women of the trucking industry. Today, I'm going to dive a little deeper into what it means to live the trucker lifestyle.
There's something about driving a big rig that really appeals to a lot of people. You're independent, you can do what you want, haul what loads you want, go where you want to go. You know, they feel good about working for themselves, which is pretty fun to see people succeed and grow and make a good life for themselves.
What is the trucking lifestyle?
Well, there's a big difference depending on what industry you're in or what type of driver. There's drivers that have, you know, daily runs that are home every night, and it can be an 8 to 5 job type thing. And then our drivers at Long Haul are pretty much over the road drivers, and they're home most weekends, but Monday through Friday they get to see the country, and they travel from place to place. They sometimes will stay out for a month. Other guys that have family, they get home on a routine basis. So there's definitely a difference in lifestyle. There's a huge difference in lifestyle. The difference in the variety of loads we have at Long Haul, you know, we can get people home on a consistent basis. And we can also, you know, if people want to go see the country, they can do that as well. They can take what loads they want and where they want to run. But the lifestyle is typically they're on the road. A lot of them will drive 125, 150,000 miles a year.
Yeah, my dad was a truck driver when I was growing up. I usually just got to see him on the weekends and made the best time of it when we were, you know, Friday night or Saturday morning to Sunday, and then Sunday evening he'd leave. And when I got older, I'd realize, you know, what he did, you know, putting food on the table for the family. And truck driving is I think it's a hidden gem. There's so much money to be made. You know, most people we hire here are first class at Long Haul and top shelf, and you can make a really good living. You know, there's guys making a lot of money.
It's actually a great lifestyle, and it's great to be out there and have the freedom of the open road. And, you know, I was able to experience that from very young, did it for many years. There's days I sure miss those days. You got a time period you have to get things done, but you can really adjust your schedule on how you want to work. If you want to work the noon to midnight shift, or you want to work the 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. shift, you can decide those things, and you're going to decide when you go to work, and you're going to decide where you stop today, and you're going to decide where the truck's going to park tonight for your rest. And you know, that could be at a friend's house along the way. It could be a scenic place, and having those experiences and being able to incorporate that into something that makes your living, it makes money for your family is pretty awesome. Growing up as a kid, watching my uncle, Al Smith, all these celebrity truck drivers at Long Haul Trucking, the stories they tell when they get together on the road and have a good time, and you know, a lot of those people helped shape how I am today, and they were always there to take care of me, you know, always there to lend a hand. And I think that still is how Long Haul operates today. We take new drivers and mentor them and show them that it's really a good feeling to have that support around you. I've worked with them for so many years now, and thinking back to what they did for me, I reverse it and hope I can do that same thing for the new people that come in here, and we can get them in the family. And I wish everybody that drives around the country in a car could get in a truck just for a week's time and see what it's like, and really appreciate what these people do for the rest of the country.
King of the Road is brought to you by Peterbilt. Extreme Trailers, innovation moving forward, and Long Haul Trucking, running on the power of promises kept.
Welcome back to Long Haul's King of the Road, powered by Peterbilt.
When we first started, I always had really nice equipment and made sure they were, clean and nice, and a lot of chrome and a lot of lights. And the equipment is an integral part, I think, of our success to attract the best people and the customers. Customers, they would much rather have their freight hauled on a beautiful piece of equipment than some ratty old truck that looks like it may not get there. My first owner-operator, Ray Hainstock, he was the same way. He had beautiful equipment, and so ever since we started the fleet, we had probably the prettiest trucks on the road. I mean, they're just, not only were they dependable, they were new, they're beautiful, but they were kind of like the class. People always said to me through the years that, you can recognize a long haul truck because they stand out when they're going down the road. That's been a staple of our company, and that's attracted the best owner operators and the drivers alike, because, everybody wants to drive the best if possible, and it's hard to put a value on if that makes you money or not, but you're taking care of the drivers, and I think that's why we have an industry low of turnover versus, pretty much any fleet out there. It's pretty close to $250,000 for a new tractor trailer. So when a driver gets in that new truck, he has a lot of pride. Especially the drivers now, they're part owners of the company, so they basically feel like they own part of their truck, which they do. If you're here for a period of time and you're up for a new truck, a lot of times, Josh, the fleet manager, will talk to them, hey, what color scheme do you want? And kind of help pick their own, style of their truck a little bit. It's something that they really cherish and something that really makes them feel good. You get some of these companies where all the trucks are the same, the cabs have no features in them, and they're just another number. They're never a number at long haul. Many times throughout the years when I owned the company, a lot of our company drivers would become owner-operators. And being an owner-operator, you're making more money up front, I think, but that slowed down some in the last few years, mainly because when we sold the company to the employees, our drivers are now part owners of the company. So they're seeing the stock value appreciate, and they're seeing additional retirement beyond their 401k. And there's nothing wrong with driving a brand new Peterbilt and a new Extreme trailer.
Nothing.
They're just beautiful trucks, and they don't have anything to worry about. When they get home, they bring the truck to the shop and they service it and wash it, and it's all ready for them to go. And so it's pretty. They have it pretty nice.
Green Machine was the second truck I bought. I was 25 years old. My father came to me and said, I'm going to order a new truck, and I think you should too. It was a Peterbilt 379, long hood, that classic cowboy look, big wheels, shiny, so it went from how am I going to do this, how am I going to afford this, to the color. Everything was picked out. Mike Spear called me from Peterbilt and says, Josh, it's the last day, you got to pick a color. The whole time, my wife and I were thinking red. For some reason, we wanted a red truck. After months of going through every red color we could find, I finally threw the color book at my wife and said, pick a color, I don't care, I'm tired of thinking about it. She says, how about this one? I've never seen it. And it was lime green. From the moment we laid eyes on it, we knew it was the right decision. And it got so much attention just from the color of it. Not only being a great looking truck, just the color. Nobody had seen that before. And hey, can we get a picture of that for this magazine? Or hey, can you put it in this show? And doing those things, it introduced me to a lot of people that I call lifelong friends today. That either guys that I was at the truck show with, or people that I met in doing photo shoots for the truck. As a kid, that's what I wanted. I grew up wanting to be a truck driver, and like I said, never thought I would be an office guy sitting behind a desk doing what I do now. So having that truck, going to shows, winning some shows, a lot of accolades with that thing, and I spent 10 years in that thing, and to see where it took me and where it's got me to today is probably one of the most special things to me. Without Peterbilt, I probably wouldn't be where I am today. They had that look that I was looking for in a show truck. Also the dependability. You could always count on, if it was the hottest day in the year or the coldest day, that truck was going to start and you were going to go to work. And it just, as a kid growing up around a Peterbilt, that's what I always envisioned that I could have or wanted, and to be able to do it, and Peterbilt helped me get to that by, I guess, making such a great product, and really enjoyed that truck.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Long Haul's King of the Road powered by Peterbilt. Welcome back to Long Haul's King of the Road powered by Peterbilt. The Mid-America Trucking Show in Louisville, Kentucky is a place where truckers go to show off their trucks and mingle with friends and meet new people from the trucking industry, something we look forward to every year. Let's take a look back at some of the moments from the last event.
You take pride in your work, you take pride in your equipment, people gonna take pride in you. The truck show is a good way to network, see things that you hadn't been seen before or hadn't been on the market yet. To be honest, if you're a truck driver, you really need to invest in going to any of the truck shows so you can understand your craft, because it makes no sense to be a truck driver and never have been to a truck show at all.
I like the all black. All black in the semi.
We're in Louisville. It's the greatest show, MATS, for show trucks in the country, right? You gotta be here. This is the Career Gambler. The VIN number, the last 6 digits were 491777. And I love racing. I love the ponies. It's great. Enjoy it. I also like casino gambling. I retired from my executive management job back in January of this year. And so the gamble being, I went from being an executive back to a truck driver, so thus Career Gambler. I mean, I enjoy driving, like doing it. My wife's done it for years. We got into business in 1982. Got this great ride. Can't wait to get it out there and start putting some loads on the deck. You know, you take an annual year's worth of work trying to clean up a truck and you bring it here to show it off and see if you can win a trophy. Financially, it's the worst decision you could ever make, but it's a labor of love.
Shiny, clean, looks like a smooth ride.
What are the things you're liking about the truck show this year?
Truckers.
Truckers?
That's right.
That's it?
We love them.
Well, that's great. You got it. It's all about the truckers.
We're at MATS with these 2020 579 Peterbilt Ultra Lofts. More room, more comfort for the drivers.
Oh, I like Peterbilts, good trucks.
The color is amazing. I like the size of the sleeper. Just awesome.
The new Ultra Lofts have 2 beds, so if you want to bring your kids along in the summer, you got a friend that wants to come along for a ride with you for a week. TVs, refrigerators inside, ample storage. Along with that, we got the lights, the chrome. It's great. It gets attention. You can see it coming from miles away, and I think it's a pretty good go with the drivers here at the show.
They're gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Just everything. It's got the old school design to it. It looks good. Retro. I like it.
King of the Road is brought to you by Peterbilt. Extreme Trailers, innovation moving forward. And Long Haul Trucking, running on the power of promises kept.
We're back with more Long Haul's King of the Road, powered by Peterbilt. Earlier this year, Josh and Jason traveled to the Peterbilt plant in Denton, Texas for the presentation of their new 579 Ultra Loft, number 10,000 off the line.
Would like to present you to the keys to the 10,000th Peterbilt Model 579 Ultra Loft.
Hey, buddy. How great is this? So cool.
Each year at Long Haul, we kind of have a running contest. It's revenue, safety, kind of your overall record for the year. That person is our King of the Road. We'll be presenting them the 10,000th 579 Ultra Loft from Peterbilt.
Today's a special day here at Long Haul. Josh Hainstock, the guy who's in charge of our fleet and all the drivers, is going to present Peterbilt's number 10,579 to our King of the Road, Robert Gonzalez.
So Robert, everybody at Long Haul would like to congratulate you this year on being Long Haul's King of the Road for 2020. We're here to present to you this brand new, beautiful truck, and it's really what you do for Long Haul, and the people here make us the best company in the business.
I appreciate it, and thank you for all the opportunities you've given me, and for everything you guys have done for me. I feel really privileged to be able to get this, and it's a beautiful truck. I love it.
Absolutely, man. Well, you've earned it, Robert.
There couldn't be a more well-deserving guy to get the award. Robert is a very special individual. He defines everything that Long Haul's King of the Road is: safe, professional, and hardworking. And then to have Josh presenting it to him, because Josh has that same character.
The King of the Road is a pretty prestigious award at Long Haul Trucking. Everybody strives to be that guy. A lot of factors going into being the King of the Road.
Oh, it's amazing. I'm extremely happy to be able to get this honor.
You know, Robert had a tough year personally.
Well, with COVID and everything going on with there, and we've lost 3 very important people to us. My father-in-law, Victor Mayer, and my stepfather, Robert Ronick. He taught me how to drive, and how to drive truck, and how to be a good man. So my father, James Gonzalez, we lost all 3 of them this year, and it's been quite challenging this year. But for everything we've gone through, to be able to at least end the year on a positive, on a great note, fantastic note, is great, is amazing. So.
He got through it. He still was resilient and made it happen. King of the Road's tough. You're going to spend a lot of time away from your family.
And I couldn't have done this year without my wife and my kids. They've dealt with me being away a lot this year, especially with COVID and the way things have turned out. So, if anybody needs acknowledgement, it's them over me mostly, because they've dealt with being by themselves a lot this year. So,
being the 2020 King of the Road, it's no joke. You can't have anything in safety errors. You can't. You have to be as close to freaking perfect as a guy can be. To see him do it it's so exciting. It makes us all so happy.
It's been a journey and a little bit hard, but it was worth it. So.
I would just like to say I've worked with Robert from day one, from his first day at Long Haul. Robert has been nothing but great. Does everything asked and more. Really is the true definition of long haul and the king of the road.
Truckers have a demanding job. They spend a lot of time away from their families. They practically live in their trucks, so it's easy to understand why they want to drive nice ones. All those miles can add up to some great stories and lifelong friendships, all while earning a good living.
A truck driver makes everything happen.
The trucker lifestyle might not be for everyone, but for the long haul family, it's the only way to go.
I'm looking forward to the chance to be able to be king of the road again.
Here at Long Haul Trucking, we're a family. We take care of our drivers.
It's a 30-plus year tradition of just the best of the best drivers.
That's all we have time for today here on Long Haul's King of the Road, powered by Peterbilt. I'm Haley Shanley. I hope you'll join me next time.